Angus, sit back down. Angus, this isn't working out, is it? You're a bright student. You've got your whole future ahead of you. You've got so many opportunities. You can do anything. We have so many apprenticeships, loads of established companies offering amazing things for you to do. I mean, you could think about finance. Look at this guy. He's on a mountain. He's having fun whilst earning.
Railway construction, prison guard, HSBC intern. Securing a job there offers a particularly solid pension. Angus, for God's sake, boy, what the hell are you planning on doing with your life? You were a sublime student, Angus. What the hell happened?
I saw through it.
Oh, for goodness sake, boy. Education is where you prosper and strive towards a better way of life.
No, it's not. It's a state of lies after lies, promising students that fit into a niche scheme of memorising A-levels that they couldn't give a shit about, that they'll go to university to get a job that they won't give a shit about, becoming another boring waste of space until they wake up screaming, filling their broken lives with bike rides, cardio Actimel, and low cholesterol until they die.
You are deluded. You're 18 now. You choose. You start acting like an adult or you leave. See how far you get.
I took my dad's advice and I left. I grabbed my bag, shoving anything I thought that could be of any use into it. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't care. All I knew that was anywhere was better than being cooped up inside. Like my dad said, I'm 18 now, and I do have a choice. I chose freedom. True freedom. Food is scarce without money. This meant work, which I'm not against, as long as it doesn't last too long. Scrubbing dishes, washing floors, construction work, I don't really care, as long as it pays. I moved town to town, job to job, cash in hand, and repeat.
First day, huh?
Yeah, first day.
First day. So how'd you end up here then?
I'm just passing through, man. I will not be here for long.
That's exactly what I said on my first day.
Maybe our goals just differ.
To leave town, unfortunately, you need to go into town. You need to buy food and gather supplies, whether you like it or not. The worst thing about any town, let alone a city, is the noise. The outskirts of any town is always better. You start feeling more relaxed. This means you're leaving. This means you're getting closer to where you really want to go.
Such is the way of the world, you can never know just where to put all your faith and how will it grow. Gonna rise up, burning black holes and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turn mistakes into gold. Oh, such is the passage of time, too fast to fold. Suddenly swallowed by signs, lo and behold. Gonna rise up, find my direction magnetically. Gonna rise up, throw down my ace in the hole.
This place was home for me for a while. Although I never liked settling my head down in one spot for too long, I found myself coming back to the treehouse. I have no idea how it got here, who crafted it, how long ago it was made. All I know is it's shelter, and it's a beautiful view. I decided to stay still for a bit. I had spent so long moving between towns, I just needed a change of scenery. And this scenery seemed suitably livable to me. No people, no rules, just me and the treehouse. Of course the runs to town still exist, but they're far less frequent. The supplies, trinkets and memories that I'd picked up along my journey, they finally had a home that wasn't surrounded by plastic. All that time ago, in school, unhappy, dreaming of true freedom, I feel like I was finally getting close. Close to a feeling of true happiness, for the first time. Close to realising that there is an alternative path to life. One of full control and adventure. Nomadic, alone, free. A wanderer. All good things come to an end. Despite the beautiful view, there is only so much you can see. I needed to see further. I needed to move on. Hitchhiking was becoming a tiresome form of travel. It wasn't as easy as it has been for me in the past. Few were willing to help, leaving me wandering the countryside for hours and hours, until I had to eventually make camp. Outside the forest had become confusing, a tiring place. Inside the forest, I knew what needed to be done and when. Outside, you have to rely on other people, it's just a given fact. The ones who did stop to offer me a lift, they were always kind and helpful. For that, I am truly grateful. And kept the journey short, repeating the process somewhere else. Every time I got into a car, I could have gone down a very different road, but it all seemed to work out one way or another.
Blind to the last curse of the fair, pistols and countless eyes, trail of white blood betrays the reckless route the craft is running. Feet to the sun turns into wood, dousing an ancient torch. Loiter the whole day through and lose yourself in lines dissecting love.
Being back in town with less money than before reminded me how much I despise it. There was no work. I didn't want to work. I needed to move on.
Your name on my cast and my notes on your stay offer me little, but doting on a crime. We've turned every stone and for all our invention in matters of
I resorted to begging for money, a notion that I'd been putting off for a long time. I hated the feeling of begging. This is the point where, for the first time, I considered home, wherever it may be.
Rough day, huh?
Yeah, every day lately seems to be particularly rough.
How long have you been living on the streets for, man?
I don't live on the street. I go town to town, usually countryside. I find a quiet place. That's where I rest my head.
Me and my friends are just like you. We go from town to town, job to job, cash in hand, repeat. We're literally just about to head out of town. Come with us.
I'm okay.
You
Thanks,
sure?
bro. No, I'm okay. You go.
Okay.
Guys, on the second floor, we've got room for one more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, jump in.
Angus.
Mom is in the kitchen, cooking up something good, and Daddy's on the sofa, pride of the neighborhood. My brother's in the ballet.
Hey man, you hungry? I've got some food if you want it.
You look like you hadn't eaten in a week.
Been fairly sketchy the last few days. I ate a few days ago.
So, what made you decide to leave in the first place?
The thing is, the last thing I wanted was to have a meaningless job, a meaningless family, for a job for a meaningless boss, a meaningless life.
See, I totally feel the same. We all feel like that. Have you met Harry, by the way?
Yeah man, I used to be just like you, know you feel. Always travelling around, asking for lifts. That's how I met Leif. How long have you been travelling for?
I've been on the road for, I don't know, 3 years or something. It was just sort of the way forward.
Right, I'm gonna head over to camp. I'll catch you up a bit later, yeah? Alright.
As Harry left us, Leif and Alex insisted I follow them to a place where you can be truly free. I was intrigued, and I trusted them. As I walked through the open fields, I felt a connection to these people, a feeling that had not been present for a long time. I began to realise, back at the treehouse, the reason I left was not because of intrigue of the unknown. It was running away from the state of loneliness, running away from self-reflection, running away from the lone voyage of life.
Just to climb back down. When you're feeling out your own form, can you tell that it's just ceremony?
I was beginning to realise the same. Happiness is only real when shared. Maybe these people are like me. Maybe you don't have to be alone to be truly free.